Welcome to Take Two. I'm Andre Sr. here with Gasse McAlien and Ali Rasmus. And we promised we were going to talk about a story that we had earlier that we couldn't get to when we were talking to the folks over at Big Bay Mornings. Benny, Greg, and Ellen. We have them with us now? I want to get back to that story, hopefully. No? Yes? Maybe so?
Yes?
Oh, hey, there you are.
We can hear you.
Here we are.
Hey.
How you guys doing?
Hey, we're here.
How's it? I love your
You're
studio.
amazing. We were just talking about y'all. We can't believe y'all haven't been to Joe's. Come on now. What's going on?
And our producer, Megan, was saying she goes there with her husband all the time.
She had her engagement
She had her engagement party there, and she's talking about all the food that she
Yeah,
had.
she
And so now I'm like, wait, I need to be there.
Do they have breakfast?
Yeah, she goes to the one that we go to in Daly City right by our studio, so we'll meet y'all there one day.
Okay.
All right,
Take
yeah.
y'all
Well,
out.
please let me know. I wish when we did that zip trip, maybe we could have when we were over in.
I bet you Sal touched on it. I have a feeling
Think
Sal
so?
probably touched on
He
it.
probably
Yeah.
did. But I know I could meet them for breakfast
There you
one day
go.
when we were over there
Have
on
that
our zip
chicken
trip.
parm at 10:30
Yeah,
in the
I'd love to try. Well, you guys go there for breakfast after work? Is that what it is?
That's what we call brunch in the gay world, and that's at 11. And yes, we do 11 o'clock martinis and chicken parm. Come on.
All right. We wanted to get to the story that we were trying to talk to you guys about just a moment ago, but we ran out of time. But that's why we have Take Two. When you were talking to Ali Rasmus and this wife, when you have a work wife, a husband, a separate husband or a separate wife at work, explain it to me.
Yeah. So, well, we do a segment on our show called BBMDM, Big Bay Mornings Direct Message. So we got a message from a listener that was having a work husband situation. So she reached out to us. But essentially, this woman has had a work husband for years. And she says it's innocent, but they just, they'll talk throughout the day and they'll go to lunch and send each other, memes and whatever. But when she went home, she told her actual husband that she has a work husband, and her actual husband isn't a fan of it and feels some type of way. And, our advice was basically... It's the term that strikes an emotional nerve, right? Putting the wife or the husband on it. Like, let's just call this person a colleague or a coworker.
Or
like,
work
keep the
friend.
relationship if it's platonic and innocent, but let's maybe refer to them as a colleague or a coworker, essentially.
Yeah, I agree.
I hate that. I hate that name.
I do hate the term.
I do hate the term, and I've been labeled with it before as the work husband.
Oh, no.
And I don't want the problems.
Did you say anything?
Because-
Were you like, hey, like...
I mean, what are you gonna do?
I know,
I don't want to contribute more to it.
So,
What's that, Ellen?
no, I like how you said, I don't want those problems. Like, you already
don't.
knew what it was going to get you into.
Exactly. Ellen
like,
knows exactly
the
what I'm talking
word-
about. Just even venturing into that gets sticky. So I just want to remain out of it. I'm your colleague. We talk about work stuff. We may be cool with each other, but that's it.
Right.
And on the flip side, if I were married, and also I've had a girlfriend that said to me, "Why are you so close to your coworker?" And that
I
created a
see.
problem. So I've had it both ways. Where
Okay.
what a girlfriend at the time says, "Why do you always talk to this coworker?"
Right.
And this coworker is rather attractive.
And were you, like,
This happened-
defending yourself?
This happened here, by the way, but I won't tell you guys who it was. This
Okay.
is a few years ago, since I've been working here. And so my girlfriend got really jealous of this person, even though we were just friends.
Interesting.
And then I've been the one who has been the work husband who
Yes.
the other person doesn't like.
Oh, interesting.
I've been on both
Now
sides
we
of
are
that.
racking our brains to think who.
I'm not even going there right now because as Ellen heard me say
Yeah.
before, I don't need the problems.
Yeah.
The person's working
No,
anymore.
it's something
You don't
about.
want to catch that. You don't want that smoke.
Yeah, I don't want that smoke. Thank you, Greg.
Yeah.
He knows what I'm talking about.
You're welcome.
The term, it's a loaded term.
It is, yeah.
Husband, work
So we
wife.
avoid, we like to avoid using that.
But I will say, and I 100% hate the term, as I get older, I hate it even more. I think it's okay to have very close personal relationships with people you work with, as long as that close personal stuff doesn't impede or affect your actual work.
Oh,
Like, I am
absolutely.
very close with this very small handful of
But
people.
those relationships are good for work, though. I mean, it's good to, when you come in, you're excited to see someone, then you have a friend to work.
It makes everything
I
better.
think that's why this terminology and this term is in the news, because there was a study that said that Gen Zers, because now everyone's going back to the workforce, back to the physical workplace, it's resulting in a lot of workplace relationships, because there's something called, proximity friendships, proximity relationships. The more time you spend around around
having
people.
friends again. Is that what you're saying?
Right.
Hey,
More likely to
Greg,
want
Ellen,
to
Benny,
join
what do you guys do? Do you guys hang out a lot? Do you guys work husbands and wives?
Benny is my work husband.
Okay.
Absolutely.
That's true.
And Benny, how does your wife
Of
think about
course.
that?
Oh, she loves it. She embraces it. She's like, good. Go spend time with him.
And Greg, do you have a partner?
We all three hang out quite a bit. Ellen and I do hang out a lot outside of work. Benny and we hang out a lot on FaceTime and on the phone. We have cocktail hour at different times. So we all kind of do our own thing with each other. We're all really close and we do hang out, but nobody ever sort of crosses that line in this room.
Right.
Well, and I know, again, I know my wife has somebody that would be the work husband, but she doesn't come home and use that term to me. That's
Yeah.
the issue.
Yeah.
It's the
Good,
label
right, there you
that
go.
You're going
Right.
home and saying that because
Yeah.
it's the husband-wife blurs the boundaries between partnership and friendship, in my opinion, right? So
Yes.
it's the label. I'm like, just don't
don't
I don't
do
need
the
to know.
label.
I know
Just
you
don't do
have
it.
that guy.
Yeah.
Just don't call him work husband to me.
Yeah.
I'm the actual husband.
I
So,
agree
yeah, there's that.
110%. Just like Garcia, just don't use the term at all. I know some people do; they're perfectly comfortable with it, but their situations might be different. But I don't want to be called work husband.
So can I ask you,
yeah.
since we're talking about personal stuff, so when your significant other was kind of like, who's this woman you're texting? Why are you so close with her? Did you think that signaled a deficiency in her, like a jealousy or a
I did.
an insecurity?
Yeah,
Thank you.
I never made it a secret. I never, I was always open with her
Right.
about, texting this person. And so it was never anything that was like covert at all.
Right.
But yes, I thought, I'm like, I don't understand. Like, I'm with you,
Right.
and we do everything together, and
But there's another layer of complexity here for what we do, for what you guys do on 99.7. When you're co-anchoring with someone, we're talking, and we have to have like a positive chemistry. It's very obvious. I think sometimes when you watch a show, or you listen to a radio show, and you can tell when people don't really like each other.
Yeah.
And
I mean, Greg, Ellen, and Ben, I thought you guys were all married to each other. No, just kidding.
Well, this is a relationship. That I will say, like
exactly.
what we do, like it is a relationship. But I think, like to your point, it's really the delivery on how you say things to your spouse about your work besties or work husbands or wives or whatever you want to call them. And it's also like, are you getting to a point where like now you're depending on them for outside of work things? Like, are you now texting them over like something good or bad that happened to you outside of work?
Emotional.
And it's actually interesting because like are you being an emotional support now where I should be that person for you? And if you're not too sure, if you're kind of like, I don't know if I'm in that like, in that kind of gray area, there's actually work spouse boundary tests that you can take to see if
Is there anything interesting on it? Do you have it?
Wait, what are some of the questions?
Oh my gosh.
Let me see.
Oh, yeah. Let me look at it.
Self-diagnose.
Let me look. Now I want to know what the situation is. I'm looking up. So
I would love to hear, Ellen.
Okay.
yeah.
I'll give you guys one. All right. Would you feel uncomfortable if your real life partner read your messages with this person?
Oh,
That's a good
That's
one.
So
interesting.
you can't show your messages.
That's what I
or
was
your
saying. That's what I was saying.
DMs.
I didn't. There was nothing in there that would be
hide.
crazy. Yeah, nothing to hide.
Yeah.
So
That's a
okay,
good
that
one.
one is good. That was good.
give us
Ellen.
another.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Have you downplayed or hidden the closeness of this friendship from your partner?
Okay.
Like, oh yeah, just
Well, after a while, I
stopped.
stopped just talking about it. Yeah.
Because
yeah.
not because
that was,
you had something to hide, but
no,
you were
because
afraid
it
of
was,
her reaction.
her reaction would be
Okay. All right, keep going. We could do like a half hour on
I
that.
know.
Sorry, Ellen, go.
I got you. I'll give you one more. Okay.
right.
Do you look forward to seeing them more than you do going home to your partner?
Okay, well, now you have a full-blown problem. Like, now
this is
beyond
That's different, right?
Exactly. Now there's trouble on the home front. We need to address that.
Oh, this is
I
so
mean,
you find yourself waking up at their house.
Great, that was good. That was good. That's when you get into some terrible territory. But yes, I could see,
I do think one of the things that people do have to learn, even if you have a close relationship with people at work, I think you have to be mindful of how much you bring home of that to work
yes.
from work, because you can't just constantly be talking about, oh, Benny at work said this and Benny did this and Benny and I did this and because your partner eventually is going to get tired of hearing, even if you're close. You've got to just be mindful of how much you bring home.
Yeah. Because you wouldn't want someone doing that to you, saying that to you.
Right.
If you think about it in the reverse.
Right.
So this was a great topic to talk about.
We learned stuff today.
Yeah, I loved it. Hey,
and lastly, I'll say that I do think that, it is important for your actual husband or wife to meet the work husband or wife, right? So if there's ever maybe a work function or a mixer and you can bring guests, bring your actual spouse,
Benny,
so they can meet this person in a group setting.
Didn't help.
Yeah.
Didn't help any.
Oh.
Didn't help.
No.
Well, that's probably because was this work wife, was she very hot?
Yeah.
And were you acting different? Were you all of a sudden really funny?
Yeah.
Or did you have all these inside jokes?
Flirting.
You know what I'm saying?
Of course, I wouldn't know it
like
from
them.
You're right, Ellen. I probably wouldn't notice it. Maybe there was. I mean, maybe that's why. I can't even believe we're talking about this right
I
now.
like how Andre is acting super innocent in all this.
I'm not.
He's the
Look,
victim.
no. Ellen points out a good fact. They're like, what? How were your actions?
Right.
I'm like, well, maybe there was something there that I just never picked up on, that maybe my girlfriend at the time picked up on.
Did you act differently around this woman who your girlfriend suspected was your work wife? Let's give her a name for ease. Her name is Susie. Did you act differently around Susie when your girlfriend was there with you?
No.
Okay.
No. I never. Nothing was ever.
Okay.
No.
You know what? You are innocent.
Yeah, I felt there was nothing happening.
You did
there was
nothing
nothing
wrong.
happening.
Okay, you did nothing wrong.
And this person was married too, so there was nothing. It was
Susie
just,
was married.
Yeah, Susie was married. So.
You're fine. It's the girlfriend's problem.
Yeah.
That's what I. But when I said that, she blew up at me.
Okay.
But anyway.
We could do this for an hour, right?
Greg, Ellen, Benny.
Take two therapy.
Take two therapy.
On this couch. No.
Greg, Ellen, and Benny, I want to thank you all so much for helping me through today. I mean, it was great. You guys might become my new work wives and husbands.
Partners.
Yeah, work partners.
No problem.
This is a good one. Thanks so much for joining us,
You
guys.
got 3 to pick from.
Yeah, exactly. All right, take it easy, everybody. See you soon. All right, you're watching Take Two. We'll have much more coming up right after this. Welcome back to Take Two. Andre Sr. here with Ali Rasmus and Garcia McAlien. If you didn't watch the 9 o'clock show all the way through, one of the stories we covered, the biggest boost to well-being from simple living, reportedly does not come from owning less. It comes from giving more.
Yep.
And researchers in New Zealand found that people who share what they grow, trade skills, and they build stronger neighborhoods report the highest level of life satisfaction. Experts say it's a reminder that a truly simple life is about more than cleaning closets. It's about deeper connections. And I always thought this was, when you talk about creating a community, this was a way to do it. Knowing the people around you, sharing the things that you have with them. And it seems like it would be really cool and less stressful than the rat race we're in right now.
Right.
And when I heard the story, I immediately thought about that Facebook page that you all both belong to.
Yes.
Which is
Buy
called
Nothing.
Buy Nothing, yeah.
Yeah, and the reason why this became a big topic, I remember you guys mentioning it to me like a long time ago.
Right.
But then when this woman brought it up in the store to me a couple of days ago at Whole Foods, her face lit up just like you guys both do when talking about.
Joining us now is that woman. No, I'm joking.
Because she had gotten some from Allie, you know, on Buy Nothing, and she says, yeah, you can even get a steamer. People trade their steamer around so you could steam your carpets. Because I needed a steamer once, so I'm like, I don't want to buy a steamer.
So what'd you do?
I forget what I did. I think I ended up renting one. But even that was a hassle because the steamer's heavy.
Yes.
You get loaded into your car.
Right.
You know, and then you got to buy all the stuff that goes in. It was just like a waste.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that Buy Nothing site would have been great. I just need the steamer to do a little something for, you know, the dog messed up and
Right.
Be good.
It's kind of a novelty just seeing what people will offer and what people will take on a site like that. And sometimes I have like a text. Group text with a couple of friends, and so sometimes we'll like take pictures of the funny things that people post and like, can you believe somebody offered this and somebody took it? I think one of them was like bunny droppings, rabbit droppings.
Why would someone need bunny droppings?
Because they're apparently very good for fertilizer for your garden, and so someone.
But see, that's what I'm talking about. This is what's great about this, right? Stuff that you would normally throw out. This the fact that this is just in you know, each Facebook feed, from what I'm understanding here, is just within that community.
Yes,
where you live.
You wouldn't travel far.
There's specific boundaries, and there's admins for the Facebook groups that
I think it's fantastic.
verify that you're in the boundaries.
You should totally do it.
And sometimes they get so big, they'll actually spawn off a second Buy Nothing group. That happened with the one I was in.
And then Alicia, our noon producer, said yesterday that someone was giving away on her in her Buy Nothing page free, like the Oculus
like the virtual
VR
reality,
headset. Yeah, and I'm like, well, did you get it? She's like, oh, I didn't need it. I'm like, well, what about your husband? Did you tell him? She's like, oh, he doesn't care what's on Buy Nothing. I'm like, if you told him about that, I bet you he'd want it.
People give away some really nice stuff.
And you put your name, and so I understand that things that are popular, you put your name in a lottery or something, and then they
let us tell you how it works.
Yes, that's why you ladies do
that. I just gave away something that I had to do a drawing for, and I was surprised by the interest in it. Because we just moved out of our house, so there was boxes of preschool birthday supplies.
Okay.
So like, you know, a pull string piñata that wasn't broken that you could reuse, and like, you know, fire truck and construction themed birthday decorations that my 12-year-old has no interest in, obviously. And then, you know, a couple people you know, wanted them, and so I was like, okay, I'll do a drawing. And then there's these websites where you can put in the names.
Yes.
And it's like a spin a wheel website.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And so I'll take a screenshot of that and I'll say, you know, so-and-so is the winner. I remember what it was. My son's 3D printer.
Okay.
That broke, the needle, the nozzle was broken. And so I said, if you're going to put something that's kind of not 100% functional, you have to put the disclaimer. So I said, clearly, like, disclaimer, the needle is clogged. You'll have to figure out a way to replace it. We have the manual. You know, if you're interested, let me know. And so there were like 20 people who were interested and said, yeah, I'll take on that project.
Does everything that you put on there that you're giving away, does all of everything go into a drawing, or can you just put something up?
You can do a flash give. This is like,
you can do what it's up to in our group. It's up to whoever's the giver.
Right. So I shall read, and I just posted this a couple days ago. A friend of mine gave me a little bottle of what I thought was a nice but did not know how expensive, like a little face serum thing that I will not use. I was like, oh, maybe I could use it. And then I Googled it, and this little tiny thing is like $50, and it's like sealed. And I thought, you know what? I just don't. I don't think I'd use it. I'm sure someone else would like it. And so I posted.
You could have given it to me, Gus.
Oh, yes.
You're young and beautiful. You don't need any of this stuff. So I posted, giving new/sealed bottle of an expensive skin treatment that I will never use. And it's called Tatcha, I don't know, whatever. And then I took a picture of it next to like my little dollar store eyeliners, and I said like eyeliner for scale, and I said we'll pick at random on Wednesday evening, pick up near, and I gave my neighborhood. And can I tell you? 20 people have spoken up for this little vial of skin serum, whatever
that you don't even really know, but everyone else, but other people
are in love with it. And so now I have to do a random drawing of 20 people, and this is the way I do my random drawing.
Do it?
I tell my sons, I have 2 boys, and I say, okay, son number 1, pick a number between 1 and 20, and then son number 2, pick up or down. So number 1 son says number 7, and you pick down. So I start at the top, and I go 7 down. If you had said up, I'll start at the bottom, and I'll go 7 up. People, or I could do a flash give, which is flash give, you know, whatever, rollerblades, women's size 9, pick up near da-da-da, and the first person to respond, and sometimes people jump on it. It'll be posted for a minute, and if it's something good, something like, I'll be right there this afternoon, and so you have to give it to the first person. I have received so many incredible gifts through Buy Nothing, but even better, I have given away so many things that I do not want or need that have helped someone else set up their household or put their kid's birthday party on, or now you can do the rollerblading you wanted because you've got my shin pads, whatever. We need to get you on. Like,
we
need to find your Buy Nothing.
Free?
It's free. It's like an honor system. And I have been to parts of my city that I would have never gone to otherwise because maybe I don't go to that one little corner of my town. And sometimes I'll message, picked up the 3D printer. Thanks. By the way, your neighborhood is beautiful. Or picked up the shin guards. By the way, the entrance to your home is so gorgeous. I love the whatever, the hydrangeas.
Wow.
Yeah, it's really. I so believe in this.
I gotta try
Andre,
that out.
if you are not on Buy Nothing by the next time a story comes up about Buy Nothing.
But you guys live in nice areas, though.
So do you.
But there's
I live in a city.
There's gems on every Buy Nothing.
Yeah.
Well, and can I say, and you've said that you live in a high-rise in Oakland, and we've kind of talked about how sometimes that can be a little bit anonymous, right?
Oh, yeah.
And so this is a way to be like, hey, the woman up at, in apartment 37.
Is that Buy Nothing?
Is that someone's Buy Nothing?
Ken is trying to pull it up right now.
Yeah.
Oh, that looks like it. Okay, Ken, thank you.
Like, you'll get to know your neighbors, even if it's just, the woman who lives, 3 floors up.
Yeah.
And so, and sometimes, and I've given away things, my sons are in high school, and I'll give away, let's say, whatever, their old biking equipment. And I've said, hey, thanks for coming to pick up the old helmet. If you need shin pads, whatever, I'll have those too. Or, we're getting them a new blah, blah, blah. I can let you have that in a couple. So you actually develop relationships.
Wow, okay.
I know.
Wow,
I feel so middle-aged saying this. I really do, but I believe in it. It's really changed.
It's a great modern example of that concept.
The woman that I met, she was younger.
Okay.
Yeah, she's younger than me.
Okay.
She's using it.
Young. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
She was probably in her 30s, maybe.
Okay.
So it seems like everyone's using it.
Okay.
I wish we could run into that woman again and ask her what it was that she got from me.
I'm hoping that maybe she'll. I wish I should have gotten her information.
It's okay.
But we were just chatting. We were just chit-chatting.
Yeah.
And we were talking about you because she came and picked up something at your place.
Yeah.
And I probably should have gotten her information.
One of my favorite Buy Nothing experiences, so it was one of those popular items. It was a pop-up princess tent.
Okay, yeah.
And, I thought my 6-year-old would love this. And so I put in, for the running. I didn't get it. I noticed one of my good friends also asked for it.
Yes.
She got it. And she messaged me. She's like, do you want it? I got that for you.
Oh, that's
so
sweet.
Oh, like she spoke up knowing you would love it?
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to take a quick break and come right back. We'll just continue the conversation.
We'll keep talking about this in that break.
Yeah, because exactly. We'll be right back right after this.
That's really sweet.
Might as well keep talking about it. Buy Nothing. This is the Facebook page about it. And I'm reading a USA Today article about Buy Nothing published 3 days ago.
Okay.
And the title of the article is, why are these Facebook users gifting things to each other for free? But it sounds like you all have been on this tip for a long time.
I think during the pandemic.
That's probably when it picked up?
It really picked up because you couldn't go to the store as easily to get
That's true,
just average necessities and things that you needed. And also, remember how much, I don't know if you guys were doing this, but we had so much free time during the pandemic.
So many closets, Allie.
So many things. And so, I mean, for a while, people were just putting stuff out in the curb and, you know, come free.
That looks kind of
I love that idea.
Yeah,
I really
so
do.
now it was, so then it became.
There's been another one like this my mom used to use several years ago, but this is different. All right, thank you so much for joining us here on Take Two. We appreciate it. We're going to go on by now and look up some more stuff. All right.
Hi everyone, I'm Claudine Wong. Welcome to Second Look. I've had the chance to tell so many great stories over the years and to meet so many amazing people. And I often get asked, whatever happened to this group? Or how is that person doing now? Well, on this show, we try and answer those questions. It is all about catching you up and giving you a second look at some of those stories that we've told you throughout the years. All right, everyone. So excited about this episode. Look who I have in studio with me. Eli Stamps, Joe Farrell, The Bromance. That's what this show is called. This show is called The Bromance.
There you go,
And while you guys have your own individual families, there is something very, very special about you guys. How are you guys doing?
Doing great.
Yeah, doing great.
Yeah.
Still getting along?
Yeah,
Yes.
a little bit.
We
yeah,
drove here
yeah,
together.
Yeah.
So
Okay. Oh,
yes.
because it's been 7 years. It'll be 7 years in December since we did our first story together.
Yes.
And so people at home know we did a couple of stories together about how you guys are friends, but also connected by hearts and organs and whatnot. That's a
Correct.
fair. Is that a
Yes.
fair
Yes.
statement?
Yes.
A fair statement. And when we talk about a lot to catch up on, I think there's a lot to catch up on. But first, let's catch up people at home on kind of how we all first came together.
There is so much love in this foursome. Two couples who consider each other family. Four people brought together, it seems, by fate.
I believe that being able to give someone the gift of health and a long life is more important than anything.
For good, for life.
Really stuck with each other.
This story is one of love, friendship, sacrifice, and the gift of life. It starts about 3.5 years ago with Sarah and Eli Stamps. They were newlyweds with 2 children already at home and lots of plans for the future. It was July of 2015, and Eli, an elementary school teacher with boundless energy, wasn't feeling quite right.
And I noticed that I was sweating a lot, couldn't hold food down, no energy. Even in the summer, I'd wake up at 9 and want to take a nap at 11.
He wasn't fine and ended up in the ER after suffering from hallucinations.
And they ran some tests and they go, "Oh, you're not leaving." And I go, "Oh my God, what do you mean?" He goes, we got to get you upstairs. Your kidneys have stopped working, and you need a blood transfusion and all this different stuff. It's time to go. And then they said that I was probably, like, with the blood pressure I had, about 2 hours away from cardiac arrest.
In that moment, life changed for Eli and his family. Doctors told them he was in end-stage renal failure, and his only option was a kidney transplant.
I instantly thought, are we going to make it out of here? Is this going to be, am I going to go home with my husband? Because it was kind of touch and go for a few days. That was the slam in the face, it just got real.
And that meant changing everything from his diet to adding hours of dialysis to each day. But he refused to let any of it slow him down. And so, when the school year started at Robert Semple Elementary School, he was ready to go.
You check everything at the door when you come in here with the kids, and you just work.
It was at school that he met Joe Farrell, a new special education inclusion teacher.
He was new to the school. I had come back to work, and I was trying to figure things out at work, and then I met this guy, and like my wife say, it was like a bromance that just started from there.
Fair to say, the two teachers hit it off immediately. So did their wives. And very soon, the two couples became a foursome, even taking vacations together.
Both of them are very social people. They are educators through and through. They love their kids. They give 110% to their kids at school and at home. I mean, everything about them is, they're the same person, really. So it's kind of freaky.
And while all of this was happening, Eli was quietly waiting. Time passed. He took a new job at Joe Henderson Elementary School, just about a mile away, and kept up his characteristic smile and silliness. And he still made dinner every night for Sarah and the kids, and every night hooked himself up to his dialysis machine for 8 hours, all while hoping the phone would ring, telling him a kidney was available. Every few months, his wife Sarah would post a plea on Facebook.
Hey, please go to this website and sign up to be Eli's kidney donor.
Actually, Natalie and I both did the initial, I guess they call it phase 1 testing.
The initial thought was there was no hesitation. We should do this. They're our friends. We should do this. When we got there, there was definitely we looked at each other and said, we do realize that if we are a match, we're going through with this.
When Joe got a call back asking him to do 3 more days of testing, the discussions got more intense.
I'm scared. What if you don't wake up from surgery? I have 2 kids. We have this life. We have all of this going on. But ultimately, this is about you and Eli. And I truly believe that. I think Eli and Joe have crossed paths for more than just friendship. I think they're meant to be in each other's lives forever.
Joe says there was no doubt that if he could help